Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and today I am doing a Shop My Stash series. We are getting back to it with my friend Chip from A Moment with Chip. So I will have her channel linked up above and down below. Please go check her out. You guys will love her. She has an amazing channel where she does a variety of things. She does unboxings, hauls, subscriptions, tutorials. She does amazing editorial looks. And she's just so sweet. And she also does some food boxes with her husband and stuff like that. And I just love her, and I'm so happy to be doing this series with her. So what we do is we basically choose a palette that we haven't used in a while, along with some other products, and we do a look with it. So we both have a lot of stuff that we have in our collection that we just don't get use out of, or we just haven't used in a while. And this week we're doing something a little bit different, which we're doing the same thing, and that is because sometimes we get to choose our own palettes, sometimes we use the same palettes, but for this week, we are doing a full face of our most expensive makeup products in our collection. So I feel like I just need to give a quick disclaimer. I know that you guys are so amazing and so sweet, and I'm not saying that you guys would say anything, but I just want to give a disclaimer that I know that a lot of people would not spend this kind of money on makeup. But we all have things that we like to spend our money on. Some people like to go out to eat all the time. Some people like expensive handbags, shoes, clothes, jewelry, whatever, and makeup is definitely my thing. So a lot of this makeup I received as gifts, and or I chose to use my gift cards for like birthdays, Christmases, stuff like that with it. So I would just ask that, you know, we keep it nice in the comments, and, you know, I just don't want to see a bunch of comments like, oh, I would never spend that kind of money on makeup, because I know there's a lot of people that wouldn't, and that's just, you know, something that I've chosen to either spend my money on or ask for in gifts. So I just wanted to give that quick disclaimer as I knock everything off of the desk in front of me. So yeah, today we're going to do a full face of the most expensive makeup. So for my primer, I'm going to be going in with the Bobbi Brown face base. This is about $60, which I didn't even realize it was that expensive. I used a gift card for it when I bought it, and I had been wanting it for a while. I saw it on Jeffree Star's channel, I think, for the first time, and it's a really good moisturizer. I do like it. Would I repurchase it when it runs out? Probably not, because I don't know. I don't even think I would spend $60 on moisturizer, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But I already did my brows, because I don't ever buy anything expensive for my brows, because I just don't do a whole lot with my brows. So I just use whatever I have, which at this moment is the Essence Brow Pencil. So for my eyeshadow palettes, I don't know if I'm going to dip into both, but I have both here in front of me, and they are the Natasha Denona 28 pan palettes. These are the most expensive eyeshadow palettes on the market. This is the blue and purple one, and I have used it off camera, but I've never used these on my channel. And then this one is the green brown one. So that is what this one looks like, but you can tell that I've dipped into them. So let me go grab what I dropped, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So my most expensive eyeshadow primer, I checked online, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. It is $23. The MAC paint stick is $22. So not much of a difference, but some. And you're probably going to hear the dogs in the background, because they're all in here with me today. So I'm going to blend that out with a sponge, and I think I'm probably going to use mostly the purple blue palette. I don't know. We will see. I think that's what I'm going to do, though. I want to do like a very bluish look, because the glitter that I chose, which would be the most expensive glitter that I own, very much goes well with those shades. So, all right. So, if I can get it open. All right. So I think I'm first going to go in with the shade Powder Blue. I also feel like if you're going to have an eyeshadow palette this expensive, that this should not be what tells you the shade names. Just a thought. All right. So Powder Blue is not Powder Blue in my opinion at all. But now I like Natasha Denona eyeshadows. It's not my favorite formula though on earth. Like, I definitely think that any look that I create with this palette, I could create with any other palette that I own, like the Menagerie Cosmetics Whale Song palette, or the Dragon Child palette, or the Ace Beauté Oceanic palette, or anything like that. So I don't think they're revolutionary. Also, Natasha Denona eyeshadows, if you break it down, like if you break down the price per shadow, I think it adds up to like $8.85 per shade. The problem is that she doesn't sell them as singles. You have to buy the whole palette, which then ends up costing $250. So that is very expensive. But I am going in with this shade. This is pretty. I don't think I've ever used this particular shade before. Now I'm going to go into the Sky Blue shade. Looking at the shade name each time is a pain in the butt. So I'm just going to tell you, I mean, you guys can see what the shade looks like. I cannot wait to see what Chip does. I don't know which Natasha Denona palette she decided to use. I just knew that we were using our most expensive, and for both of us, that is Natasha Denona. So, well, I don't think there's anything more expensive than Natasha Denona. Believe it or not, not even Pat McGrath is more expensive, because that was my other choice. Okay, so now I'm going to go into, I'm going to deepen this up. So I'm going to go into this dark bluish, like very dark bluish green shade. Well, it's called navy, but I wouldn't necessarily call it well, maybe I would. I don't know. We're going to go in with this navy shade. But yeah, I love our Shop My Stash series. I actually love all the different series that I do on my channel. The Midnight Makeup, the Shop My Stash, and the one that I do with Kyra, the Inspired By. Those are my 3 favorites to do every month. But yeah, Chip and I took a break from the Shop My Stash because I was sick, and then she had to go away, and then I was sick. And so I'm so glad that we're back to doing this, because it's just so much fun. And I encourage you guys to do the same thing, to pull out eyeshadow palettes that you bought, that you just had to have when they came out, and then you just kind of have either ignored them or just haven't gotten as much use out of them as you normally would because of one reason or another. Okay, let me grab this makeup wipe. I just want to be able to see where we're going with this. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to put on my face, but I'm probably going to do it off camera just to save time. All right, so now I'm going to go in with some glitter glue. And I'm going to put a shimmer on my lid. And I'm going to put probably 2 shimmers. I don't know. There's this one shade in this palette that is like a duochrome. I just wish it was more blue and less brown, because that's what it kind of looks like. I don't know. All right. I think Natasha Denona shimmer shades are just gorgeous. But I like shimmery shadows no matter what. All right. Oh, I guess I should have used my Too Faced glitter glue, my most expensive. Oh, what am I thinking? Okay, so I'm going to go into the shimmery teal. Very pretty. And I'm just going to Ooh, that's beautiful. Pop that on here. Not all the way across the lid because I want to use this metallic, like, silvery shade. And I want to use that, like, on the inner part of my lid and kind of into my inner corner. That is a beautiful shade. But, like I said, there are less expensive eyeshadows for sure that I have that work just as well. So now I'm using this, I think this one is called Aluminum if I remember correctly. And it is appropriately named because it is very silver. But ColourPop has a silver shade called Liberty, I think. And it is just as metallic as this one, if not more metallic. And there's also one in the Jeffree Star Morphe palette that is really beautiful. All right, so we are going to use glitter, but I think I'm going to do my face first because the glitter that I'm going to use is a glitter gel. So this is where we're at right now. Let me go off camera. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm going to do for my face. Hold on, let me look a little bit less crazy while I do it. And then I'll see what Sophie wants because she's going nuts again. Okay, so for my foundation, my two most expensive, and the only reason why I'm using two is because this one is my most expensive at $54. This is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere Velvet Tint something or other. And it's very liquidy and it's very light, like even a little bit too light for me. So I like to mix it with my Lancome Regenerate Lift foundation, and this one is $48, $48 or $46. And then for my contour stick, even though I don't generally use one, but we're going to use one today, this is like $30. It's the Hoola stick. And then for my color corrector, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs color corrector, and this is, I think, $40. And then for my concealer, that would be my Shape Tape, which it's somewhere over here. And then for my bronzer, I'm going to be using my, or for my setting powder, I'm going to be using my Sweet Peach setting powder, which I had here as well. What have I done with it? Here it is. I have a new one because I just replaced it. So the Too Faced Sweet Peach setting powder is like $35. And then for my blush, I'm going to be using my MAC Simpsons blush. This blush, or most MAC blushes, are about $30. And this is in Pink Sprinkles. And then for my bronzer, I'm going to use my Too Faced chocolate, gingerbread bronzer, because these are about $30. And then for my highlighter, the most expensive highlighter, so I have two options. I'm going to actually use both. I'm going to use Heat Wave from Estee Lauder. This is what the packaging looks like. I almost dropped it. And that one I think is like $42. And then for my highlighter topper, I'm going to go into the Northern Lights palette from Jeffree Star. This is $54, and my best friend in Canada bought that for me. He sent that to me, so I'm going to use that as like a topper because they're more like, the Supreme Frost are more like toppers. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then we're going to come back and finish up the eyes and the lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and do my highlighter on camera with you guys so you could see the highlighter. So I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. Now, I will say this Heat Wave highlighter has a glitter overspray, or it did. And so you really have to get past that in order for the highlighter to actually show up. So that was not my favorite thing. And it's just amazing to me to look at all these products and to use them and to see how they feel on the skin compared to the eyeshadows that I gravitate towards now, the face products that I gravitate towards now that I just love so much more. Like this Maybelline Superstay foundation is one of my favorites, and the Candid foundation from Revlon is one of my favorites, and it works so much better than, I mean, the high-end ones, they work fine, but like for, you know, 1/3 of the cost, like certain products I think work better for sure. Now, in terms of eyeshadow, I've never really been a drugstore eyeshadow person, but that's just me. But I definitely have more affordable options. So I'm just gonna take this. I mean, this is a beautiful highlighter. No doubt about that. But I have other golden highlighters that I think work just as well. So I'm just gonna put that on. All right, and then I'm going to dip into the Jeffree Star Northern Lights. I don't know. No, I needed that. The Jeffree Star Northern Lights highlighter palette. What did I do with that? I needed that eyeliner because the most expensive eyeliners that I have are the Urban Decay eyeliners. So we're going to go into one of those. And I actually have the eyeliner Volt. So I think mine were less because I bought them kind of in a bundle. But okay, so I'm going to go into this highlighter palette, which I don't know why this pull tab is here because it doesn't do anything. And I'm just going to go into Alaskan Ice, this one right here, and I really like to take these and just kind of put them, see what I mean, on top of whatever highlighter I'm using, because it just kind of like the Fenty highlighter, it just amps up whatever you're already using. So I love this highlighter palette, and it was a gift, so just set that down so I don't drop it. Okay, so for glitter, the most expensive glitter I own is the Heavy Metal glitter from Urban Decay. I found out about these from my best friend, Debbie Knoblauch. I will link her channel up here. And she got me hooked on these. So I had a gift card from Ulta from my makeup group that I'm a part of on Facebook. My friend Heather and my friend Michelle started it. Heart of Heather, she has a channel here. I will link her up here. And I used my gift card to get these after I saw them on Debbie's channel. So this is the shade Soul Love, and I've actually not used this shade yet. So I'm going to shake it. It is a glitter gel, and you can use it on your hair, on your face, on your body, on your eyes, wherever you want. So, and this is actually a product that used to exist with Urban Decay a long time ago, and I did not realize they had brought it back. So this is a beautiful blue shade, and I'm just going to put that right where the silver and the blue meet, just to add some sparkle. And I also love the Urban Decay Heavy Metal eyeliners, which I recently got some new shades of those as well. You will see them in a haul coming up, but they just add perfect sparkle, in my opinion, to any look. All right, so I'm just, you know, tapping that over top of the metallic shade. Now, I used a little bit too much on this one. If you rub too much instead of tapping, it might remove your eyeshadow, so be careful. Okay, so absolutely beautiful. Love it. This side looks better than this side because this side I tapped, this side I rubbed. So, my most expensive mascara would be the Bad Gal Bang, I think. Yeah, I can't remember if it's the Bad Gal Bang. In terms of my primer, I thought it was going to be the Tatcha, because that was $54. And then for Sally, no, that's $52. And for Sally, Unicorn Drops were $54. So I thought one of those two. And then I found out it was the Bobbi Brown, and I was like, wow, okay then. All right, I think I need a little bit more glitter gel on this one side because I really did rub some of the eyeshadow off. So we'll just cover it with more glitter. That's what I always say. Okay. Let's see. Much better. I wouldn't normally care, but pictures. The most expensive pressed powder that I've ever bought is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. And look at that pan for my project panning friends. I'm almost out of it. I really love that powder, I have to say, but I don't know that I'd ever repurchase it again. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I'm going to go in with that Urban Decay eyeliner in the shade Mildew. Great name. And it's a beautiful like olive green. And I decided to use this one so that I could dip into the other Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, the green one. And I'm just kind of using this as like a guide or a base for whatever I use from this palette. So the most expensive setting spray was the one that I just used on my face, which is, I'm going to go in with this metallic green shade. This one right here is the MAC Fix Plus, I think. As far as I can remember, that's the most expensive one I've ever used or tried. And I don't even like it for setting my makeup. I like it for, what is the word? For melding, you know, the powders into my skin kind of thing. So that is a stunning green shade. I'm definitely going to use these on my channel more. I think I was just nervous about using them on my channel because of how expensive they are, but I do want to bring back a series that I used to do all the time, which was my Playing with Makeup series, where I didn't necessarily talk about brands. I just did, you know, certain shades, and you guys could follow along if you wanted to, and it was really fun. And I mean, who knows? I might just do more looks with it, just to do more looks with it, because I'm sure I'm not the only person that owns these. So but I definitely want to use them more because they're beautiful and I own them, so I need to use them. Okay, something in the corner of my eye. So for my inner corner highlight, what do I want to use? I'm gonna go in with this. It's almost like a silvery gold from the green brown palette. It's a little bit different than the one that I just used on my lid. A little bit different. It's less chunky too, but that's pretty. Okay, spray my face one more time. And then we'll do lips and we're done. And Sophie is ready to be with me. Okay, so for lips, my most expensive lip liner would be MAC. This is in the shade this is in the shade Just Wonderful, and I'm gonna put that on. And looking through all my lipsticks, the most expensive, because I didn't want to use a bullet lipstick. In the winter and the fall, I like to use, I didn't want to use a liquid lipstick. In this winter and the fall, I like to use bullet lipsticks more just because my lips are a little bit dry. So I pulled out this Lancome lipstick in the shade Oh My, and I had that on. And I think Lancome lipsticks are right in the $30 range. This was actually a free gift, so with purchase or something. And then I believe the most expensive lip gloss that I own is the Huda Beauty one, and this is in the shade Shameless. And this is actually one of the only Huda Beauty items I own, but I love her lip glosses. First of all, they smell amazing and they're gorgeous. These are her lip strobes, actually, I think, right? Yeah, lip strobe. So there we go. So this is what a full face of my most expensive products looks like. I think it looks just like a full face of any products that I own. So I thought this was so much fun though to see like what products I could pull out that I haven't used in a while. I love this series so much. Chip, thank you for doing this with me. I just think it's so much fun, like I said, because we always get caught up in the newest, the latest, the greatest, and it's so much fun to just pull out stuff that we haven't used in a while and get to play with it and show it to you guys. So let me know down below what your most expensive makeup purchase is. And look, I hope that you're looking forward to our least expensive makeup products, because I definitely am. I have some good ones, so I'm excited. So please go check out Chip's channel to see what she's doing while you guys are watching this. I will be watching her, and everything will be linked in the cards and down in the description box down below. Show her some love, subscribe, let her know I sent you. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.